Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The pain at the pump set to get excruciating. President Biden bans Russian oil in the U.S., sending fuel prices to all-time records. There are a lot of facets to this story, but the outcome will all be the same. It's going to cost you a whole lot more when you go to fill up.
Some quick numbers will help explain what's going on right now. First, the U.S. uses about 700,000 barrels of Russian oil per day, which is less than 10% of U.S. energy consumption. And to counteract the surge in prices, Governor Whitmer and others are calling for a repeal to the 18-cent per gallon federal gas tax. But that would shave less than $3 off the cost of a full tank. Alice Barr kicks off our coverage tonight from Washington.
Good evening. The big move against Russian oil comes as the West edges closer to a major weapons shipment for Ukraine, with all eyes on how Russia's president will respond. A nation crying out amid growing death and devastation in Ukraine. More than 2 million people have fled as Russian forces bombard city centers. Now, President Biden announcing his harshest response yet to hammer the Russian economy.
Today, I'm announcing the United States is targeting the main artery of Russia's economy. We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. We will not be part of subsidizing Putin's war.
The move comes after strong bipartisan pressure from Congress. And despite the fact European allies are not acting as quickly, they rely more heavily on Russian oil and gas. The president acknowledging the U.S. ban will push soaring gas prices even higher, while squarely blaming Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I'm going to do everything I can to minimize Putin's price hike here at home.
It comes as U.S. intelligence officials testified on Capitol Hill about Putin's state of mind.
I think Putin is angry and frustrated right now. He's likely to double down and try to grind down the Ukrainian military with no regard for civilian casualties.
Western leaders trying to push back every way they can without inciting direct military conflict with Russia, ruling out a no-fly zone. Though Poland now says it's ready to send fighter jets to help Ukrainians defend themselves, looking to the U.S. for help getting them into the country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky getting a standing ovation today from the UK Parliament, evoking Winston Churchill during World War II as he vowed Ukraine will fight to the end. Ukraine's President Zelensky today urged the British Parliament to get tougher with its sanctions. The UK is now planning to gradually phase out Russian oil by the end of this year. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Hey, Alice, and with gasoline prices hitting record highs here at home and across the country, we know a lot of you have questions.
The biggest ones being, how long is all of this going to last, and how much higher could gas prices really go? Our Priya Mann set out to answer those. She's live in Livonia for us tonight. Hi, Priya.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Kim. You know, we're here at a very busy Costco location where the price for regulars hovering at around $3.84. And just take a look. They've now set up pylons to help divert traffic. Let's give you a bird's eye view from Drone 4. There's been a consistent stream of cars here taking advantage of the slightly lower prices, but of course you are also paying into that membership. We know that you have a lot of questions right now, so we turned to our Local 4 Facebook page and we got hundreds of responses.
Chris writes, according to the American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers Association, the U.S. gets about 3% of its crude oil from Russia. The spike in prices seems disproportionate. Are we being lied to? When it comes to our weekly intake of crude oil, Chris is right. Experts say only 2 to 3% is from Russia.
But with that being said, this is a global market, and you're probably removing somewhere between 3 and 4 million barrels a day of Russian oil and products. It's going to lift prices.
In the span of just 1 week, AAA says gas prices have jumped by more than 40 cents.
They're astronomical. They're crazy. That it's just guzzling my money away.
We need to rely on ourselves more than other people.
I think it's ridiculous, and I hope soon that it goes down.
As the Russian invasion into Ukraine intensifies, experts predict gas prices will keep rising. The biggest question to Local 4 by far was, how long will this last?
That's kind of the million-dollar question right there. Even if Putin decides, hey, this was a bad idea, let's withdraw, it's going to take some time to unravel all that. At the same time, you do have U.S. producers looking to increase production. But again, it's not like you could just snap your finger, wave a magic wand, and all of a sudden we're producing more oil.
I'm just wondering how much more is this going to go up? You know, is it a shortage on something?
This has unfortunately some staying power, and I wish I had better news for consumers, but this is gonna stick around for a while.
And that oil analyst said it's hard to believe, but he predicts we could start seeing $5 a gallon. It has gotten significantly busier here at this Costco gas station in just the past half hour. Now, we have been traveling to gas stations across Metro Detroit. We saw the highest price point in Detroit at about $4.39 for regular. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we're asking and answering more questions. One of them is, why aren't we producing more oil here at home? We'll have much more coming up at 6 o'clock. In Livonia, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Yeah, a lot of people have to be like me, determined not to pay more than $4 today, but every station finally I gave up paying more than $4.
Yeah.
Thanks, Priya.
A lot of us are.
Yeah. And while gas prices are surging, the cost of public transit is staying the same, so that could be a viable option. The folks at clickondetroit.com have laid out a lot of options, from SMART, DDOT, and even the Q line, and you can find a link to that right on the homepage. Now back to the major developments in the war in Ukraine, as the United Nations says 1,300 civilians have been injured or killed since the fighting began.
Today, Poland said it would send fighter jets to the U.S., who would then supply them to Ukraine. Meanwhile, in Russia, McDonald's announced it was shutting down all of its restaurants, about 850 stores. And as that all happens, a 62-year-old Detroit man is preparing to travel to Ukraine to fight. Victor Williams spoke to him today. Victor, does he have ties then to Ukraine?
Yes, he does have some ties, but he wants everyone to know that he is not a warmonger. He's just going to help the people that really need it right now.
All of Ukraine is a war zone, so to speak. So I'm going there to kind of help the Ukrainians defend their homeland.
Detroiter Dr. M. Dejan Johnson says in just a few days he'll be on the front lines fighting the war against Russia. So far, he's already ordered a Kevlar helmet
and flak jacket and all the other necessities.
This Wednesday, the 62-year-old will be flying to Amsterdam and then to Poland. From there, he plans to travel to Ukraine and immediately join the battle.
I get real-time information from Ukraine, from my contacts there, and they're really, really suffering.
These small acts of kindness.
Members prayed for him at Church of the King in downtown Berkeley.
Right now, perfect the things that are imperfect in him, Father. And Father, we know that he is your child in the name of Jesus. We thank you for the opportunity that he has to go and to do what you call him to do in Jesus' name.
Some Ukrainians even showed their gratitude. Pastor Tal Sullivan says their prayer requests are simple.
We're praying for protection and God's provision, and we're inviting God to come and use them as he wants.
Dr. Johnson has a military background serving with the Army. He also already spent 2 years in Ukraine working at a university.
My job from 2018 to 2020 was to train university professors and graduate students on bringing transparency and democracy to the classroom. Who would have figured I would be putting that into practice? I don't plan on coming back with a red, white, and blue, or blue and yellow flag over a box. So I'm coming right back here in Detroit and hopefully make Detroit better like we all do.
And we certainly hope that that's the case. As you can imagine, Dr. Johnson's family is totally against this. Victor Williams, Local 4.
How impressive, though. And Victor, we do wish Dr. Johnson well. We appreciate that story. Ahead here on NBC Nightly News, Lester Holt goes inside Ukraine with a look at the resistance war effort. He takes you to a factory that used to make kitchenware but is now producing dog tags for fighters. That's ahead at 6:30, right after Local 4 News at 6.
We have some news breaking on Detroit's east side. This is close to the Hamtramck border.
Pamela Osborne is there live as a manhunt is underway for a man wanted in a deadly shooting. Pamela, what can you tell us so far?
So we are at Rupert and Bloom Streets right now. You can see on the other side of that crime scene tape, that is where police found a woman shot to death in the doorway of that home. I want to show you a picture now because this is the person police are looking for. His name is Nishan Ali. Police say he was put out of this home earlier today by his sister. He came back to the home and shot her and took off. So police are actively searching for him right now. If you have any information, of course, give police a call. Let them know. But for right now, we are live, and that is the very latest. We're going to be working to get more information from the scene here on the east side. I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, Pam. We continue on a busy 5 here. After months of hearings, jury selection begins for the federal trial of the men accused of plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Today, we got a clear sense of what both the defense and the prosecution are looking for in a potential juror. Defender Sean Lay there in Grand Rapids for us tonight, covering it all. Good evening, Sean.
Good evening from Grand Rapids to you, Jason, and everyone at home. Listen, this first step, incredibly important here for all sides in this, because jury selection began here in Grand Rapids at the federal courthouse behind me at 9:30 this morning. It is still going on right now. We're talking about the judge asking questions, prosecution and defense asking questions, leaving nothing to chance when it comes to selecting this jury. Adam Fox, Barry Croft, Daniel Harris, Brandon Caserta, facing life in prison if convicted for their alleged roles in the alleged plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The men and women selected to serve as the jury in their federal trial will decide their fate. Inside federal court in Grand Rapids, members of the jury pool were asked key questions and gave strong opinions. One juror said he knows people who are rooting for the defendants. Juror number 16 telling the judge, quote, "I have issues with the governor." Juror 209, "I do not care too much about our governor. I would be biased against the government." Juror number 8 told the judge, "I have followed the case closely. I have seen film they shown on the news. I think they are guilty." Another potential juror told the judge, quote, "When it all went down, it did anger me. I couldn't believe it." Those who have already formed their opinion if the men are guilty or innocent were dismissed. That left the judge with a group of potential jurors who have political opinions. The judge needed to know if they could put their opinions to the side and only weigh the evidence presented in court. One woman who was dismissed from serving on the jury for scheduling reasons tells me she was not surprised that potential jurors voiced displeasure with Governor Whitmer. She says the questions asked were key.
The process is good, it's necessary, I think they try to be very thorough with the questions that they ask.
Just a huge case here, so the world's eyes truly watching what's happening here. And put yourself in these potential jurists' shoes, because this could be a 6-week trial, maybe more. That is an incredible commitment to be away from your job or your family. And again, what we just showed you, those quotes, that's just part one of the jury selection today. Those are all the questions the judge was asking. At 6 o'clock, the key questions the prosecution and defense had for these potential jurists, like how many guns do you have in the house, and do you get any of your news from Facebook? More at 6. Back to you.